Lucky, lucky, lucky me.
Hi, welcome back everyone to Wellness Global and the I Am the Brand Business Accelerator interview series. I'm your hostess, Valerie Engel Roberts, and I'm so excited to be here today with our guest, Samantha Cook, one of our experts in the I Am the Brand Business Accelerator. Welcome, Samantha.
Hi, so glad to be here.
Yeah, we're so glad to have you. We were just talking about you, your life, your kids, and everything before we got started. So why don't we start with that? Let's talk a little bit about who you are and introduce yourself to everyone at Wellness Global.
Yeah, so I am Samantha Cook. I am a mother of two. I'm married to a chiropractor, and I have two adorable French bulldogs. They are my favorite animals to ever have had. But I'm also the expert on web design, and I do funnel strategy. So basically, what that means is when you come to me and you're like, I need a new website, but I need it to convert. That's where we go through and we really plan out what your funnel, like what your business funnel is, so that way we can incorporate that into the website and really carry that from somebody getting there from your homepage or from a landing page through like an ad or through social media, what those pages look like. So that way we can make sure to have them at a higher converting rate. So that way we can make sure and grow and scale your business without you having to be there.
And that's what we need, right? That's what people are hungry for. I know so many people who have holistic businesses and they just want to do what they do. Like you said, your husband's a chiropractor.
Yeah.
He wants to do chiropractic. He doesn't want to be dealing and working on his website and his funnel every single day. He wants it to work for him. So that's where you come into play. You make it work.
Yes. Exactly. Well, and that's such a huge part is like, we can get leads through social media, we can get them through, referrals, things like that. But if we're constantly having to do the closing or constantly having to have those conversations, that really bottlenecks businesses. And so, where we see a need of like, how can we get them to book their own appointments? How can we get them to show up on our schedule without having to, make those calls all the time? Or constantly asking for referrals is like there is a reach, and social media and the internet is really great for that. So if we have those funnels in place, no matter where they come from, they're going to get the right communication, they're going to get a higher close rate, and they're going to start to see, like, I mean, we get anywhere from 20 to 30 new patients a month that schedule by themselves. And so that's a huge part of everything of why we, not only why I do what I do, because obviously I built websites before he was even a chiropractor. But it's just so great to watch other businesses be able to do that, because a lot of times it's not that way. And they're having to close everyone by themselves in their direct messages or something like that. And it's either they have to spend time like growing their business or like actually getting the work done. And so they're very limited by those two things happening at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely. Because both take time, and we have a certain amount of time in the day that we want to be working. So yeah, for sure. Is that who do you love working with? Do you like working with brick and mortars and patient-centered, like chiropractors, Pilates studios, and things like that? What is your favorite clientele?
So actually is I really love being in the online space, because I tend to find that I end up with more like mothers who are trying to grow their businesses from home, trying to add additional income to their home. Maybe they're trying to stay home with their children. And so I'm just very passionate about being able to support those moms in a place where they feel like they have to be in like a professional type setting, when in reality, it's like we can get on and work away in our sweatpants if we need to and homeschool the kids. But also at the same time is like we can still have that, through digital course sales, through, if you're like a Pilates or a yoga instructor, you can sell your services, your memberships online, all that kind of stuff. You don't actually have to be in front of people. And so if those are the kinds of people that I tend to work with, or like, especially like coaches, therapists, things like that, just to benefit that online space, especially for moms that are trying to do both.
Yeah. And that's who's tuning in here. I mean, that's what we're doing at Wellness Global is really wanting to like elevate and make visible people who are in that holistic space, because those services are so needed and not always easy to find, because there's that whole marketing piece that ends up leaving a lot of us hidden and
Yes.
not as visible as we need to be to find our clients. And I loved that you brought up that you work with people and, who do digital courses and do completely virtual things, because I think a lot of people who do one-on-one services or group classes in person, they also
Yeah.
have that need to develop something more like a digital course or a virtual package so they can start to balance their time a little better. Do you see that?
Yeah, I mean, so one of my clients that I currently work with, she's a physical therapist, a pelvic floor physical therapist to be very specific. And so she is really she has her clinic, but she really is also wanting to grow that, like the digital course sales and things like that. So right now we're working on, making sure her clinic is full on the days that she's there, but also adding that piece of where we can start to evergreen her funnel with the digital course sales through, YouTube, through Instagram, through Pinterest. There's a lot of really great ways for her to do that because people are searching in those manners. They're looking for exercises. So great. If they find her exercises on YouTube, now how do we funnel them into a course? And or they come to her clinic and maybe they just want some things they can do at home. Well, then like let's, nurture those people through email marketing and talk about the things that they can do through home. So we really take that wonderful brick and mortar piece, because that is the great thing about where I am in the space that I am, is I can also help you with your brick and mortar, but if you're wanting to, reduce those hours or grow that, that income potential, you can do that through digital courses as well. So I've seen both of that. I have clients that actually do have just a physical location, but also want to do both.
Awesome. So we are today, as we're recording this interview, I Am the Brand has launched this morning. So we are now live. So most folks who are watching this are going to be watching while we're live in the 90 days. So from April 1st to June 30th, our experts are activated inside the container and the coursework has begun. I know this morning, our first our first business tip drop with Christine Campbell Rapine. She posted some business tips, and that's just the beginning of this 90-day launch. I'm so excited. I'm personally excited to just build community with everyone inside,
Yeah.
get to know you all better and what you do a little bit better so I can refer and I can learn. And
Yeah,
also
absolutely.
right, we can learn from each other. And then I can also learn like who do I need to add to my toolbox to work with to take me to the next level myself. I think we're all looking for that.
Yes.
What are you excited about in the container and excited about experiencing and bringing to the group?
Well, I've already got to collaborate with a couple of ladies in the group, and it has just been so fruitful already to have people who are in my toolbox of like, I don't do graphic design. So when my clients come to me and they're like, I really need a new like brand refresh, but I also want to redo my website, I'm like, great, here's like, I have people that I can refer to them and know that they're going to get a, high quality, very well done product because I've gotten to learn from them as well. Like that's not just being a part of this, but also learning from other people of like, "Ooh, I really like what you do. Oh, that brings a different perspective." And it really just helps grow your business, especially as we take those times where we get to take that next step of like, "Okay, I have some money, I'm ready to invest," or I feel like I've kind of like I'm at my glass ceiling here. What is my next step? Is like now knowing there's just so many resources in here that I can say, "Okay, what is my next step and where do I want to go and who can I connect with?"
Yeah, absolutely. And it's really, we've curated this beautiful group of people, mostly women. There are a couple of men experts that are going to be popping in, but it's mostly women. And it's really just people who want to see other people win, who want to create win-win scenarios and are just full of just love and collaboration and kindness
Yeah.
from day one. Everyone was like, hey, let's collaborate on this. Let's collaborate on
Oh
that
yeah.
before we even opened, right?
Yes. Well, and that's what is like I believe I'm just gonna say her first name. Her name's Kate. She's with Nurture Branding Co. and she's in here. And we've already done an Instagram live together, and we got to really talk about like bringing that brand identity and all the wonderful things that she does. Excuse me. The pollen,
It's the ball.
the pollen. But taking that wonderful branding and then taking it into having that conversation with your ideal client. is like so much of that work of what your strategy is, and then actually making your strategy connect with your ideal client through the website. It was just like such a beautiful thing, and it gave people so much more tangibility of like, here's how we can take this. It's like, oh, now I have a logo, now I have some colors, now I have this, and then this is what I'm trying to accomplish. Sorry. And now I can actually incorporate it into something that's going to convert and benefit me and brand me well. So that's the really great part, is like we've already been doing things like that so we can, move this forward, because we want people to grow. We want people to see those opportunities, because sometimes you're going to either exchange your time or your money. And so we're all going to be giving really great things you can go take your time. But if you're like, hey, this is not for me, well, now you have somebody that you can work with too. And sometimes it's like, I need to be in my zone of genius and working on the things that I need to work on. And that's where these wonderful experts come into play. So that way you can stay in your zone of genius, but your brand is growing, scaling, getting you the results that you want.
Perfectly said. Exactly. Yeah. Such a blessing. So from the trainings to the connections to the networking, it's just a really beautiful community. And I'm very excited to watch people come in, tune in, find those resources, and for us to see them growing their businesses and making the moves on their own or with the direct support of some of the experts in the group.
Yeah.
Business. So yeah. So we're so happy to have you, Samantha, and your expertise. I really just, when I met you and I was kind of looking at your stuff, I really wanted you to be a part of this, and was very honored that you said yes and you joined us. Happy to have you here. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up for now. Any last little tidbits or anything else you wanted to say before we say goodbye today?
Well, one, I'm just so thankful to be here. I can't wait to share with you guys and talk about how to win with your website. Like you said, this is a win-win situation. These are all tangible things you can walk away with, just feeling like you can implement immediately, but just really take the time, even if it feels like it doesn't quite make sense for your business. Listen, learn, take in those things, because at some point you're going to hit a point in your business and you're going to be like, man, I feel like I heard something about this before. And you're going to go back to your notes and you're going to be like, they literally gave me like something I can take and run with right now. So definitely work your way through this. It's going to be a lot, but it's going to be so beneficial. And I'm so glad that you set this up, because it's going to help so many people take the next steps in their business as well.
Thank you. Yes, me too. So happy. So happy about this. For those of you watching, make sure that you go ahead and register for I Am the Brand. It's www.iamthebrand.info. And Samantha has a promo code. So if you watch this interview, if you haven't joined yet, you're going to want to use that. Enter the promo code Cook, and you'll be able to come in for $111. So you're getting $88 off the advertised general price by using that promo code Cook. Make sure you do that. We'll have it in the description as well, so that you can just cut and paste it if you want to do that. But we're live now. We're going. And so jump in, get ready, and just know that you can take in everything all at once if you want to, or if you want to take your time and just tune in on weekends, or come back and catch up on those pieces that you need at the time that's good for you, in the evening, in the morning, whenever it works for your schedule, because we know that you're busy and you have a lot going on, but it's going to be here for you, and you're going to be able to connect and vibe with the people that resonate with you and who are calling out, who are like, okay, I don't know anything about this, and I need to listen a little bit more, because I don't get it yet. So I know there's something here for me to learn. Whether you're a beginner, or maybe you're very experienced and you're really just looking for the resources, the experts that can, take the torch and take you to the next level themselves. Yeah. All of that is here inside the container. So I am the brand.info. Use the promo code Cook to get $88 off. And we'll see you all inside I Am the Brand. See you there. Bye, guys.
Lucky, lucky, lucky me.